Hello, folks. Good evening. Hello, folks. Good evening. I always forget to mute the stream on my end. Yeah, so we're going to do some bug fixing today. Let me see. I prepared my task list. Here we go. Pop that out over there. Excellent. Okay, so here is miscellaneous tasks and bug fixes, and I bolded the ones that I feel like I can do quickly, so it won't be too boring. A lot of these other things are like, yeah, it might take an entire day to fix. Actually, almost true. This one I can't do right now. But yeah, so the reason we're doing some bug fixing is because that's just what I needed to do today, and I also wanted to stream. And really, it has to do with the fact that I wasn't organized enough to come up with a more exciting task. And so we'll just blitz through some of these and see how it goes. I haven't even opened Daughter of Dreams. I have a lot of writing to do right now for the game. That's part of what's holding me back, and I don't want to do writing on stream because I don't want to do spoilers. On the other hand, that could be really exciting, so maybe we'll do that at some point. All right, so let's pick one. Debug kill entity command crashes. That's easy to fix, I think. As soon as this loads, do that real quick. And I'm going to stream for about an hour, and we'll see how many things I can check off the to-do list. The nice thing about this is while they're like not usually that important, I do like the feeling of being able to check off a bunch of tasks. So it feels really productive. All right, let's go. This save file is good. And then debug entity kill. Let's see. Kill. Yep, there it is. There's the crash. Unable to find instance in my MGUI line 276. All right, my MGUI step event, right? 276. Hold on. There's the entity inspector, essentials, kill command. But it's not here. So it dies, and then this target no longer exists. Okay, this is really interesting. I don't know why. Okay, so I know why this crashes. I'm not sure why it didn't crash sooner. But we'll just add instance exists. Should. Oh, it crashes now because I added the level slider. And this just wasn't there before. And somehow I've never tried to do the kill command. I added this like months ago. So, well, that's funny. Anyways, we'll test it and then check that off the list because I'm almost certain that will fix it. Kill it. Kill. Great. All right. That's one task down. Look at those fast bug fixes. Tall enemy on top of combat encounter can push players before triggering combat. I am not sure. I think so. Some of these I bolded because I'm pretty sure I already fixed them, but I can't remember, and I apparently didn't put them in my update log. So that's the other thing we're doing here. Here I'm gonna go to the testing room, encounter testing. We'll save a debug save here, and then let's see. Oh yeah, that's still a thing. Uh-oh. That's a different problem. Ignore that crash. That is a crash that is my own fault. Maybe I should fix it. So that crash happens because... hello? Audio in it, and it just stopped. Let's try again. That crash happens if you restart while in a combat encounter. So I don't particularly care about fixing it. that's a bug too. The call out happened over here, even though Lydia isn't in the battle. Okay. Okay, so crash. So there's two things that we notice: crash if debug, restart while in combat, and then combat init callouts happen for players not in combat. That's something we can fix real quick as well. Okay, so the pushing against entities is in the player code. And what I need to do is in the step event, there's a collision with NPCs. Player entity. Oh, this is scuffed. What do I add? I can check if not meeting place store. You wouldn't be colliding with a combat encounter though. I can do it not. Position meeting inst.x inst.y obj battle. Okay, so that should fix this bug. This one. Yeah, so I'm going to try to narrate as much as I can with my logic, but a lot of this is just thinking and trying to go quickly without breaking stuff. Okay. Okay, that fixed that. Great. Fixed. Task number 2. This I can fix. Callouts. How does this work again? Callout. Is it in? It's probably in combat. And it's going to be in the initialize phase? No, in the start phase. And then in here, party called battle cry. Did they get added to combat before? The call out happens? Let's find out. Okay, that fixed that. Oh, wait, no, there's another. I have to check something though, because I need to make sure that it will still play a call out at all. Yes. Okay, great. Fixed. This I'm not going to fix right now. This one's easy. Let's do this. Crystal lens dialogue tree is broken. Should be easy. We'll see. So that is, clear up my workspace. It's not Celeste, except maybe it is. When you interact with it, here it is. Okay, so uh-oh. What did it say? It said, they say thanks even if you can't afford it. Would you like to buy the crystal lens? Oh, then there was a second thing related to add a space after the question mark. Why? What? Buy A. Buy B. Not enough. Great. Right. When do they say thanks? It's literally not in here. Oh no, this might be a nasty bug. Let's go see what actually happens with Celeste. It's hard to explain what I'm confused about, but let's go check it out and then we'll know. This is not. Hey Celeste, what's up? Been a while actually. Let us give not shards. Let's pick up. Well, I guess talk to Celeste first. You ever feel like there's something nearby? Blah blah blah. What the heck? That's not right at all. That's... Okay. Dialog purchase item. Save map. Save key. Buy a... Wait a second. Owner. That's why I added a parameter and then I didn't retroactively fix this one instance of it because I forgot that it was here. Owner. Buy A, buy B, not enough. Thank you, never mind. No space. Skip lore. A lot of parameters. This is a really cursed function. Anyways, so now I need to add the owner parameter, which is Celeste. And then everything should be correct now. Should have made a debug save in there, but charms. Hey Celeste. Okay. Now I'm gonna actually do a debug save. Would you buy the crystal lens for say 100 shards? Sorry, you don't have enough shards. Okay, let's try again. Never mind. Well, that's all right. Let me know if you change your mind. Okay, correct. Let's give enough shards. Yes. Great. Hey, if you find something, and there's our crystal lens, and great. Okay. Fixed that. Oops, not that one. This one. This was not actually a bug. That was caused by the first thing, and I didn't notice when I was skimming through the dialogue super quickly. Next one up. No back controls label when using items in combat. Right? Ah. I did fill up my water bottle. Let's see. Oops. Spill. Here's our battle. Do I have any items? I do. Tactics, use item. Yeah, sure enough, there's no back button here. Where do I get this? Oh yeah, I added up here at the top left the player name and icon, and it helps a lot with knowing who you have selected when you're trying to do combat. Like, you can tell it down here, but you're often looking up here for the actions, so now you always have this reminder of who's who. And if we check, I also added the inventory now has a darker background, which adds quite a bit, and I fixed a few other bugs. It's hard to explain. Not that important. But that's what I did the other day. Okay, so to make it go back, I think it's in the inventory object. This is a very horrible mess of code. Where is it? It's in the update. Inputs, the draw. Held. It has to be the draw override. Does draw override play a role in here? It's related to that. Oh, hey, what? Hi, Megan. What's up? I am fixing bugs today. I forget how this works. Mode? Does it have to do with mode? Wait. Hell yeah, bug fix. I hope so. Oh my gosh. Okay, backup plan. Oh, here we go. There's only one spot where we do the effects thing. It's here. Secondary lore. Ah, the reason it doesn't show it is because here we clear the face cam, the face. And if you're in the inventory, there's not normally a back action. So I just have to add it if we're in combat. Locked type equals no one. Else is active. So I think if we're in combat, then we just set the, which one is the back button? Face down. We set that one to back. I think that's correct. Let's try it. Locked type is what's used in the combat thing to show only consumable items. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wait. Yeah, well, that's correct. And it always shows there. Okay, so then we just make sure that it's not here. Okay, excellent. Bug fixed. Number 5 down. In 15 minutes. 3 minutes per bug. That's my average so far. It's going to get harder, though, because I've been picking the easy ones to do first. Let's see. What's next? Cannot break pots during combat. Okay, well, it kind of can. Let's do the pots thing. Encounter testing. We'll do it in there. Oh, for that matter, look. There's already some pots. I was doing this earlier. Yo, Ryan's here. What's going on? I am trying to fix as many bugs as I can in the course of the live stream. Mostly because I didn't have a more interesting task planned. And this was just something that needed to be doing. Thanks, Megan. Let's go to encounter testing. Okay, so the next thing, this is kind of a new feature too. So it's actually kind of, I'm excited about this one. The pots, like you can break them outside of combat. In combat, you can also break them if you hit them with an attack. The problem, the bug here is that, here, if I move Sonia out of the way. The bug here is that you actually can't cast the chakram over top of the pots because they're solid objects, so the game doesn't think you're allowed to cast them there. And I think I can fix it. What I need to do is, okay, so combat masks. Let's see, RM. No. What I want is init actions general. That's this file. And in here, there's a mask for the chakram. Returns true for any position containing a player. Is this the catching one? Why did I call it mask chakram if it's just for catching? Layer entity. If there is no instance or that thing is an entity. What? Return false? What is this doing? Oh, this is mass chakram because it returns true for the chakram. Okay, I'm silly. That's actually correct. So that's not the one I want to use. I want init actions. This kind of code, this combat system, so many different layers, and every time I have to fix a bug, I have to relearn how it all works because it's so confusing. And if I was to do it again, I'm not even sure if I could do it much better than I did. Like, yeah, I could probably like modulate it a little bit more. I think the next step up from what I did would basically be implementing my own language and parser for defining commands. I'm not sure if there's anything better than what I did that wouldn't involve a parser, basically. And I think next time I do something like this, I will make a parser because I technically know how and it would be fun. But yeah. Okay, so what I want here is, so here's the catch mask. That's the one I was thinking of. Action chakram is for any casting spells, which is currently only the magic cast that's Lydia's main attack. What I want is valid to include collision end line, floating, float, flying. What's the difference between floating and flying? What the heck? Again, with the variable names, who knows? Past me knows. I don't anymore. Okay, so I want this mass collision inline to allow. This is what's so collision inline is checking for solid things. Where's collision inline? Here it is. Oh boy. It's recursive. This is a recursive function. I'm sure there was a good reason for this. Actually, wait, that's really clever. It's a recursive function. They teach you recursion in computer science school, and you're like, why would you ever need to do this? Okay, well. So the problem here is, this is where it comes down to. Mass collision is returning false for the pots, even though the chakram can break it. That's correct because the collision functions are usually used for moving code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another optional parameter here. Megan's going to make food. See you later. Have a nice day. I'm going to do this. Add one for breakable. And if this is true, it will also return false for breakable pots, breakable objects. That is something I can check for. Breakable, so I need to add that also to this one. Breakable. Okay, and then I add an exception for breakable here. This is some horrible binary logic. Just don't look. Just put it over here. You can just not look. I need an exception for breakable, so I need to know and breakable and not cursed. You know what? I'm going to start doing... I'm going to do this. I'm going to rewrite this a little bit. Streaming bug fixing, but I have my screen every time I write bytecode. Yeah, pretty much. That's how I feel right now. I'm gonna do some rewriting here. Instead of this, I'm gonna say if full no collision here. I can remove this. I can say if it's water, and it's not flying, it's not floating, and there's no platform, turn false. Again, no collision. So if there's nothing there, it's good. If there's water there, but the thing is flying or floating, or there's a platform there, return false, there's no collision. And now we can check for is breakable, or we'll just do it this way. And then if object is ancestor, dot object index, and then we want to know, is this a child of clutter pot? Let's see, what is the parent of the pot object? Inspector. Bronze pot. The parent is crate. And the parent of that is static, so crate is fine. Okay, so now we say if that thing that we're colliding with is a crate and we are breakable, that is to say we can break things. That's a bad name. Then we return false. Otherwise, hey, return true. Good. There is a collision there. Actually, truly, a real collision there. Okay, now we just hope that this works. And all I have to do is on the chakram code, where did it go? Here we go. We add false true. I'm pretty nervous about this one. I think this is just going to break. But we'll find out. Oh, off to a good start. The collisions seem to work correctly here. Oh, oh hey. It's perfect. Look at that. It worked. Okay, let me try some edge cases. Oh, what I need is a pot. What happens if I... It's perfect. I did it. I did it. First try. I went in and I edited the code and it worked. Wow. I really didn't expect that. Okay, great. Uh, I that was easy. Yeah, you're just about to ask if it breaks just sitting on it. Excellent question. I was thinking that too, and apparently not. uh, my code is not good. I just got lucky. Man, that was cool. That's the best outcome. This is why I code. Now I feel so happy. I don't feel like I'm really smart because I don't think I am, but today that felt great. Make obtaining a charm slot a much more impressive fanfare. I think we can arrange that. So, context for this one. Oh, it's another Celeste thing. Is the cutscene in here? Celeste, give them the ancient artifact. Here it is. Dialogue gain charm slot. And it's just obtain charm slot. Maximum number of charms increased. We are about to make this much more exciting. Where is the other one that I do? Gain item. I see. Okay. It's under CG dialogue. Boom. And then if we go down somewhere around here, we have, here's one, learn action. And we do this fancy thing. And I'm just going to do a quick little screenshot and put this on my second monitor so I can reference it. And then we'll use the voice instead. So this is correct. And actually we want in here, NPC, disable skip. Oh, I thought of this. So once you get here, you can't skip dialogue, and then when you get here, you can skip it again. So you can't accidentally skip the charm slot stuff. That was smart of me. Never knew you can just click on the screenshot to pop it up like that? Well, today you learned. Actually, I'm not sure if I want to do this disable skip thing in here. No, that's probably the cleanest way. In fact, I'm even going to bundle it inside of the dialogue box. No, not here. Close that. That's not the one I want to use. So that way you can paste it in wherever you want and it won't let you skip through the dialogue. In that order. Okay, so now we say this, and as soon as we hit this, we get all of this at once. And you can't skip the dialogue again until after this little cutscene. Probably a different way. Instead of disabling the skip, what we do is we just say So the other way would be to put a skip like in front of this, so that if you skipped here, it would go to this line of code. Hold on, we're fixing 2 bugs here. What should happen here? This function should go first, so that as soon as that calls, once you get to why don't you take this, this plays, sets the test, and the very first thing that happens is you get the charm slots. So you can't accidentally skip the item. And then after that, we can do whatever we want with the cutscene to make it funny, fancy. And so for that, I'm going to use the other code. Say gained a charm slot. And then I want same way that I did here, like this, wave effect. Stop the wave effect there. Then there's our description, maximum number of equipped charms increased. Okay, first. Yes. BCK here with the first, as always. Much appreciated, sir. Okay, I need to go back to Celeste's place. Room, go to charms. And I need give item quest. Which one? Ancient artifact. Oh, even there's a little quest marker. I mean, I coded that, but you know what? That is very interesting. Okay, and if you skip, you just don't give it to them. So what I actually want, this is the thing. I want to be able to, as soon as I click on that dialog option, to skip to this. So what I do is I do function execute anonymous functions for the win. So instead, we don't run this part of the dialog until there. And then we say skip. So we add a skip here. So if you go to choice D, this dialog starts, but you can not choice D. I actually want it even sooner. Here, choice C. There we go. Because this is like a, sure, you can say, no, it's mine. You can decide not to give it to them, which is rude. But that's fine. So if you get to this dialog, then you should be able to hit escape to skip to here and just get the item. And then escape again will go to this end skip. If you don't click on dialog option C, which is this one, then if you skip, it will just go to the end because this one is inside of this function execute. That's a bit hard to understand without both knowing how GameMaker code works and how this system, this cutscene system works, but I think it's correct. And we're gonna try it. Okay, so we skip, nothing happens. Gained a charm slot. Maximum number of equipped charms increased, and we can skip. And now we have No ancient artifact, and we have 4 charm slots. Done. Much better. Actually, should I make it a color? When I did combat abilities, I made them MP colored. Why don't I do the charm slots the same teal color as the as the charm slots? Make that not teal. It's aqua. Actually, teal is the darker one. I should just use my own colors, but I'm too lazy. Built-in colors are good for some things. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. Just charm slot aqua. Test this, and then we'll call it good. I'm gonna have to add like a little fanfare sound effect and stuff, but I'll do that later. I will add that to the list to do though. Did that. Is there... Well, I'm gonna make a sound effects list here for things. I'm probably gonna do a bunch of sound design tomorrow. Sound design and writing. Gaining new abilities, charm slots, etc. Yep. This is going to be a hassle to fix. Continuity error with the Windweaver dialogue. I can fix that. So that is in Cressa. About Windweaver. Here it is. Did I just see you make a bullet point with the @ sign? Yes. So in Google Docs, if you type @ you can search for different like things. The only thing I use it for is bullet pointed lists. But yeah, you can use @ and then search for anything up here. I think you can even like, let's see, justified. No, you can't change the let's see. You can insert a link. Boom. And that way you can do it all by typing. Yeah, it's nifty. It's a relatively new feature. I only use it for the bullet points because everything else I don't do often enough to remember. But as you can see, I do a lot of bulleted lists. Drinking water because I keep talking. Programming while constantly talking is a great deal more exhausting than normal talking. Bold lists better than everything else. Yeah. So the continuity error here is I don't know how much of the story y'all know, but this is a bit of discussion which assumes that Cressa does not know that Sonia is the luminary. But then you tell her you're the luminary, and this dialogue will still pop up. So I have mixed emotions because the simplest solution is just not have it show up afterwards. That's fine. I can just disable it. But there's a good line in here where Cressa says it takes more than a glowing blade to be a leader that I think hits harder if Cressa knows that she's the luminary. So I was thinking of editing it and making it show up afterwards. That's what I'm going to do because that's more exciting. And let me find the Windweaver dialogue in the document, and we can do a bit of story editing and then put it into the game. Where is it? Cressa. Here's the Windweaver. Wait. Oh wow, the About Duran section is not in my documents. That's bad. Anyways. Okay, so this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Archer Great Shield. It's this part. Okay, so instead of this bit, where she's like, the luminary, as if that's not me. And then instead of this, that's when we've risen it, Cressa can say, oh, actually, except Cressa's a bit skeptical. So even better is to have Cressa say, okay, how do you know its name? Sonia says, I'm the luminary, I was there. And Cressa can say, of course you were. And what I like about this is it could be sarcastic if she's skeptical, or just oh yeah, you were there, of course, I knew that, if we've got to the point in the story where she knows that. Okay. Luminary, I was there when Wind Weaver was discovered. But then there's this bit about Archer later. In the original, it says Archer Great Shield, Right Lord. And this is where writing takes forever. Ugh. How do you know its name? I was there when we found it. Bright Lord and Commander too. That's so extraneous. Anyways. I was there when we found it. Don't want to use. I like that I was there. Okay. I'm happy with this. It doesn't mention Luminary by name, but I'm sure the player can figure it out. One of the things I've been trying to do more of with um, Daughter of Dreams that I didn't do as much in The Last Librarian uh, is just assuming my readers know how to read and can, read between the lines and make their own inferences about the text and stuff. This isn't a super big example of that, but it's something I had trouble doing before where I wanted to make sure everything was super clear. Turns out you don't, as long as the player isn't confused, you don't really need to do that, and it will make a better story if you're not always spelling it out. Okay. Relic of Great Victory. How do you know its name? Of course you were. How did you come to wield it? Oh no, I lost my stream. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so then I just need this dialogue to only be in this section. So if you have recruited Duran, that means that Cressa knows that you are the luminary, or that you claim you are. And you can ask about Windweaver. Great. I don't need to test that one because it would be a big work, and I've already tested it when I did the Duran cutscene. So continuity error. Where did it go? Here it is. Can I do one more quick fix? Here, let's do this. Have Amir say Dusty Fork. A little bit more dialogue surgery. Amir, where are you at, dude? Fork. Wait. So it's actually the Dusty Fang, but Amir just says the Dusty Fork. Don't panic, Link Force. This isn't a typo. Okay, I'm leaving it like that. Perfect. He has trouble speaking. Access, this is going to be tricky. This. Hmm. Do these two things later. All right. Wait, huh? I talked to someone else and heard my name. Sorry for startling you. I added a thing in here where he says the wrong name, but it's on purpose. So don't worry, it's not a typo. Anyways, thanks everybody for coming. It's a little bit of a surprise stream. I usually do these on Saturdays. Let's see, how many bugs did I fix? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 bugs. I could have done 10. Oh man. Well, 9 bugs it is. Oh wait, I fixed this. That's 10. Or was that something else? I can spawn them in combat. That's something else. It's definitely noticeable how fewer typos are in DoD thanks to Google Docs. Yes, I write everything in Google Docs first, and so I actually have spell check. When I did the Lost Librarian, everything was written straight into the code. So I fixed 9 bugs in about 50 minutes, which is pretty good. Not the fastest I've ever gone, but always depends on the trickiness of the bugs. And that is part of why game development takes a really long time, because I fixed 9 bugs and I've still got, like 40 on this to-do list. Yeah, some bugs can take days and weeks. I did pick the easiest ones for today. Some of these are going to be trickier. A lot of it's just so much writing. Anyways, I'm going to log off now. Thanks for everyone for coming. Next stream will probably be, let's see, maybe not the 31st, huh? I'll try to do one after Christmas, sometime later in the week. One in the first week of January. I have those next 2 weeks off from work, so it's the best time for me to do some streams. We'll see. Anyways, that's all. Have a good evening, everybody.